my fellow Fright Fiends, and thanks so much again for dropping by the Horror Zone. I hope everyone's doing well. This is kind of another spontaneous kind of video that I wanted to do. I don't really have a huge agenda with this one, but just thought I'd talk about horror sequels that really mean a lot to me. And I started thinking about the Halloween franchise, and there's been so many different timelines with the Halloween franchise. Initially it was 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 for the continuity of the Michael Myers story, and then age 20 came along and they got rid of 4, 5, and 6 and just made that a direct continuation to the first two. And then after that we had Resurrection, which kind of killed that series, and then they rebooted it again, and we have the 2018 film, and then we have two more sequels that are coming up in that. But they got rid of Halloween 2 being in part of this continuity, and I love Halloween 2. I still have my VHS copy of it. This is one that I got, I think, in the early 90s. There used to be a company called Suncoast Video, and it was at several malls around where I lived. There was Hilltop Mall and there was Sun Valley Mall. And I remember, I think I got this one at Hilltop Mall. It was one of the first VHS tapes I ever bought. And this film was a very, this one was one that I rented pretty frequently when I was younger, or had my dad or my mom rent it for me. This was my first real exposure to the Halloween franchise. I saw the original Halloween after this one, because this one was on cable television. They used to have horror marathons on around Halloween time, and I remember this one, Friday the 13th Part 2, The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, were like ones that would show pretty frequently. And it was my exposure to Michael Myers and Laurie Strode and Dr. Loomis, and I've always loved this film. And even when my dad and his wife Janie got divorced, and I remember there was a time that he was living with his brother, my Uncle Jack, in San Jose, California. I would go there and spend weekends with them, and I still remember one time we rented this film. We went to the video store to rent movies. I saw Halloween 2. I saw this image, that glorious image right there. I love this poster art. Saw this, we rented it, and I still remember getting in trouble with two of my cousins who were going to tell on me because I decided that it would be funny to sing Bud's Amazing Song, not understanding really what it meant.
Amazing grace, come sit on my face. Don't make me cry, I need your pie.
Yeah, I got into a lot of trouble. My cousins Kevin and John Henry were gonna tell on me, and I remember locking myself in my Uncle Jack's bathroom because I did not want to get in trouble. I didn't know what that meant I think I was 9 to 10 years old at the time that I recited it verbatim, because I thought it was funny because it rhymed. But yeah, I almost got in a lot of trouble for that. But I have quite a few copies of this movie, not just the VHS tape. Of course, there is the Halloween box set. Of course, it's a part of this there. So yeah, I have it within this release, and then I also got it way back in the day. I'm gonna say this was 2001 when Universal first put it out on DVD. I remember, I think Good Times Video had it out, but I hated the cover for it. It was terrible. It was like just a bunch of random images, and I really just hated that cover, so I never bought that release of it. This was the first DVD release I had of it, and I remember when they advertised this movie, they were saying it was going to have like all these different things, like alternate scenes, different ending, all this cool stuff that was not on this release. The only thing this came with is, it has the old, insert. So you had the old insert here with the, the different scenes. It has the breakdown of all the different scenes, and then of course just the regular disc, but it had no special features on it. And back in the day, DVDs were expensive. I think this cost me like almost $30 when I found it at Tower Records. And I was pissed at all the stuff that they had been saying was going to be on it, because I followed like the Myers Museum and HalloweenMovies.com. There was a bunch of different websites dedicated to the Halloween franchise, because this was around the time that Halloween Resurrection was about to start shooting. It's kind of disappointing. After that, Universal did put out the Blu-ray release of it, and I believe this was 10 years later. And there was controversy behind this one because they removed Mustafa Akkad's name from the opening of the film. It didn't say Mustafa Akkad Presents anymore. And yeah, this one had more stuff on it. So yeah, it's got Chucky here. I think this was a game, a PS3 game. This one had the features that were supposed to be on the DVD release from 10 years earlier. So yeah, they made us wait another 10 years to actually release some of the special stuff, which included all the alternate ending and some additional scenes. After watching this one once, I never really watched it again because about a year and a half later, Scream Factory put out this release, which is the release that all fans wanted for quite a long time. This is a fantastic release. And I did the switch from the new art to the poster art for the main cover. And of course, this has not only the theatrical cut, but also the television cut of the film. And it has Horror's Hallowed Grounds, Sean Clark, amazing guy, his visit to all the locations. It has documentary. It has so much great stuff on it that it's one of my favorite releases from Scream Factory. I know it's their first release, this and Halloween 3, but those two films, because I've become a huge Halloween 3 fan as well, but yeah, those two releases from Scream Factory mean so much to me because there was nothing like that before. And I think now when you hear people bitching about some of these releases that Scream Factory's putting out and stuff like that, I mean, you know, I'm appreciative for all this stuff because it didn't exist, and there was many times that I was, you know, spending 25 to 30 bucks on a DVD release that had nothing on it. So I'm completely grateful for what Scream Factory has done over the last, you know, 8 years that they've been releasing material for the horror genre. And then just recently, I did need another copy of it, but these things have become discontinued. They don't make them anymore. They were sold out. You can't buy them online. I think they only made 10,000 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. But I picked up the Steelbook of Halloween 2 with the cool art of him on fire walking through the hospital corridor. And it's kind of dark, but you can see Laurie right there hunkering behind. I think it's the water fountain or the wall. It's a water fountain that she's hanging sort of behind right there. And this is a really cool, very similar release in terms of they have the regular theatrical cut on Blu-ray and then the television cut, and you can see them right there. And it says right here, "You don't know what death is." Famous quote from Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis. So yeah, I don't think Halloween 2 gets enough praise, and I'm still very disappointed that with the new film that Blumhouse and the writers and everybody involved in the new Halloween series has chose to excise this film from continuity. It's no longer canon. It's only the original film and then the new movies that are coming out. Because this film, to me, it's sort of like when I watch Halloween and then Halloween 2018, if I just watch those two films together, I feel like there's just a chunk of story missing because Halloween and Halloween 2 always felt like one long story. And if you cut this film out, you're cutting half the story for me. That's just me as a fan. Being a fan of this film since I was about 10 years old, 9 to 10 years old, when I really started renting it a lot more, and it was something that I watched and helped me get me into the original Halloween, and then eventually like Halloween 4. I didn't become a fan of Halloween 3 until like the last 8 years, but you know, it was like Halloween 1, 2, and 4. Those were the ones that were, for me, established my love of the character of Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis and the franchise. And I hate the disrespect that this film has gotten over the years, you know, with John Carpenter bashing it and things like that. It just really angers me because this is a film that means a lot to me, and the fact that it's not given the respect that I think it deserves, and they choose to excise something that means a lot to me, and I'm sure other fans of this franchise, and say that it's not important anymore, that it's not going to be part of the continuity anymore with the new films. It angers me, and there's nothing I can do about it, but, you know, this film means so much to me, and it always will, and it's always in heavy rotation here at my house. I watch it pretty regularly, and it's always one that I watch a lot during the Halloween season. The Halloween films are really important to me, but just like John Carpenter's original film, which is a masterpiece, this one is just as much a masterpiece to me. And that's what I want this series to be, is just celebrating sequels. I love sequels. I love good sequels, good horror sequels. I'm sick of remakes, and I want the series to be focusing on what I think are underappreciated horror movie sequels. And I might do a couple more of these during the Halloween season, be kind of fun. So yeah, I just wanted to do this one and celebrate Halloween 2. Like I said, I have so many copies of this film. It's been a favorite of mine for so long, And yeah, I absolutely love Halloween 2, and I'm curious if other people are fans of this film, and if other people are angry that it's no longer a part of the canon that is the Halloween franchise now that we have Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends coming up. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Would love to hear from everyone, and thanks so much again for dropping by the Horror Zone. I hope everyone's doing well. I'll talk to you guys again later. Take it easy. Stay scared as always. Everyone for taking this time to drop by the Horror Zone. It really means a lot to me that people are supporting what I do here. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button down below. I upload videos at least once or twice a week. It would really mean a lot if people would spread the word about this channel. This is a passion of mine. I love the horror genre, and I'm really happy to share my love of it with all of you. So thanks so much again for checking it out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy.